Hello and welcome to today's yoga class. Breathe out and collecting the energy, bring to the prayer position your palms all the way down to your heart chakra to set the intention for today's class, to set the intention in your mind, your thoughts, and to let it dissolve around you. Find the inner peace before we begin. And let's go ahead and start with the cat-cow. Just warming up the spine, finding the tabletop first, and let's release our belly all the way out and pull it in. Just the navel, release it out and pull it in, and release the belly out and pull it in, trying to touch it with your spine, keeping the spine straight and flat. Last one, release and pull it in, and starting bringing some arch, allowing yourself to find the connection between the crown of your head and your tailbone and letting them move together, and curve, cat, and back to cow. Breathe in while you arch, breathe out when you curve. Breathe in deeper and allow yourself to arch further, and breathe out all the way, all the air out. And let's just find some circles with your head and with your tail, describing circles all around, finding a juicy spine. Again, here listen how the connection between the crown of your head and your tail can move your spine together. And go ahead and reverse the circles the other way, finding even more range in your chest and your lower back. Keep the breath steady. Breathe in on the arch, breathe out on the curve. And go ahead and tuck your toes all the way to down facing dog. Just gently walk it away, bending and stretching knee after knee. Listening to the long spine from your tailbone going all the way to the top of your head. And sending a gentle wave all the way forward to the plank. And bringing it back to a down facing dog. And another one, sending the wave forward to the plank and sending it all the way back. And again, sending a juicy wave forward. Keep your navel in, finding your plank, strong core, sending your pelvis back. And the last one, sending it all the way forward to the plank and back. And bending our knees a little bit and stretching, going on the tippy toes a few times, bending the knees and stretching them, placing the heels down, finding a deeper stretch here. And stretch, place the heels down and bend your knees, go deeper and stretch and find a deeper stretch. And slowly step forward with your right leg. Place the left knee down on the ground. Breathe in, find a nice arch. Open your chest, untuck your toes at the left leg. Breathe out, shift your pelvis back. Nice hamstring stretch. Feel free to bring some circles into your ankles to keep it moving. Allow your chest to lay down on your thigh. And breathe in and find a nice arch. Open the chest, look up, and breathe out. Bring your pelvis back again, keeping the motion going. Breathe in, open the chest, find that smooth transition. Bring your pelvis back with a flex, finding good stretch there, and forward. Tuck your toes again. And let's finding a bigger stretch all the way. And forward arch, bringing your pelvis closer to the ground. And stretch both legs. Keeping our pelvis in line, both hips, finding one line between another, especially when we're stretching. Keep the breath going. Breathe out when you're going down. And last one, shift your weight forward. Three-legged chaturanga. All the way to a nice demi-cobra. Yeah, move your head around. Just finding a nice transition. Introducing little arch to our body. Shifting your weight all the way back to a child pose. Feel free to open your knees to create more space for your spine. Elongate your spine and your neck. Breathe to the lower ribs, to the back of your lower ribs, and send the way forward, finding a full cobra here, nice arch, and bringing your pelvis back and sending it forward. We keep the motion going and bring your pelvis back. Breathe in, send the way forward, arch, bring your pelvis back. One more, send it all the way forward, tuck your toes, and go ahead and come back to a down-facing dog. Get ready and step with your left foot forward, place your right knee on the ground. Find a nice stretch here, bringing your right hip slightly closer to the ground, opening your chest, opening your face to the ceiling, and shifting your weight back, finding a nice stretch in our hamstrings. Let your chest pour onto your thigh. Move your head to release unnecessary tension from your neck and shift forward. Breathe in, open that chest. Breathe out, take your pelvis back, and smooth transition. Keep breathing in and out, getting closer to your thigh. On the arch, opening more space between our shoulder blades, and breathe out. Breathe in, opening up that chest even more. Stretch the back leg and extend the full leg forward and all the way down and all the way up and all the way down. Breathe in deeper and breathe out. Breathe in, find a nice connection between your tailbone and the crown of your head, and let it smear all over the front of your leg. Shift your weight back to the three-legged chaturanga. Find a nice cobra here. Tuck your toes, come back to a down facing dog. Find a few calming breaths here, bringing your armpits closer to the ground and shift the wave all the way to your plank. Let's go ahead and try to touch the pelvis to the right, slowly twisting it, and to the left, allowing ourselves to wake up our core, the side muscles, and just going from side to side, keeping our navel engaged from right touch and left, almost touching the ground, almost, and lift from your navel. Few more like that, right and left, and come back to a down facing dog. Slowly, slowly walk your way closer to your hands. Let go in your neck. Move your head around. And bend your knees and slowly roll up. All the way up, opening your arms, bringing them up above you in a prayer position, close to your chest, to your heart chakra, and Samastitihi. And go ahead into a chair pose, bringing our pelvis a little bit closer and just traveling forward like you're going to ski, and shift your weight back to a chair pose. And go ahead and try to straighten your knees. Keep your back parallel to the ground. And shift your weight back to a chair pose a little lower. And shift your weight forward all the way. Straighten those knees. Keep your elbows straight. Bend your knees even further, yes, every time. And even higher on your releve. And let go. Place your hands on the ground. Breathe in, look to the horizon. Breathe out, step back with your left leg. Place the knee on the ground. And find a nice arch in the prayer position. And connect to a nice transition, traveling back Chaturanga. Breathe in, Cobra. Tuck the toes, breathe out, down facing dog. Shift the left leg forward. Untuck your toes. Find a nice arch. Shift your weight forward. Chaturanga. And Cobra. And down facing dog. And slowly walk closer to your hands, or jump forward and find yourself all the way up, arch, and come back all the way down right away. Step with the right leg back and find a nice arch. Transition again. Chaturanga. Breathe in deeper. Breathe out. Bring your weight forward to down facing dog. Shift your legs. Right leg forward. Nice arch back. Finding mobility in our spine. Warming up. Keep the body moving. Shift your weight forward and open up. All the way up and down. And just step with your left leg back. Arch. We are speeding up a little bit here. Shift your weight back. Three-legged Chaturanga. Breathe in and breathe out. Down facing dog. Left leg forward. Nice arch. Breathe in even further. Shift your weight forward and go all the way up. Find a nice arch down and all the way down. Right leg back. Nice arch. Feel free to keep your toes tucked behind you if that serves you. All the way down, three-legged chaturanga. Deeper cobra. Breathe in, breathe out, down facing dog. Right leg forward. Nice generous arch. And shift your weight forward. And come back all the way to the arch. Down to Samastiti. Breathe out. Breathe in and bring your arms above your head. Interlace your fingers. Stretch all the way up to the ceiling. Move from side. Let's bend to the right. Find a nice stretch. Elongating the space between your ribs and bring yourself back to the center. And go ahead, bend to your left. And bring yourself back to the center. And just go find some circles going to one direction all the way around. Waking up more range. Waking up more movement in our chest. Keep breathing. And reverse those circles. Keep it moving, finding more mobility in your whole spine, allowing your pelvis to move around as well a little bit. And reach up, bring your arms to a prayer position and go ahead, open to a second. Place your hands on your pelvis and start describing circles with your pelvis, finding more mobility in our hips. Very important to release unnecessary tension and the emotions we've been holding on to. Finding a bit more range in our pelvis. Moving it around. Breathe in, look up. And open up your toes a little bit and go ahead and find a nice stretch here. Bringing your pelvis, maybe shifting from one leg to other. You can go ahead and help yourself with your elbows. And when you feel ready, connect to your goddess pose. Finding a V position in your arms, collecting the energy and stretch all the way up. And go ahead and go all the way down again. Open the space, yeah? Open the space between your knees, between your seat bones. Engage your navel, engage your mula bandha, your pelvic floor, and go ahead and have a little bounce before you raise up. All the way. Last one. Go down. Find even a deeper position and a stronger legs. And go all the way up. And rotate your heels out. Breathe in, look to the horizon, and allow your chest to go down. Allow your tailbone to arch a little bit and feel how whole spine elongates and how the crown of your head can get closer to the floor. Bringing your elbows facing the other wall and breathe in. And go ahead if you feel up for it and just go a little further in. Keep your elbows parallel to one another. Listen to your tailbone. And go ahead and bend your knees and slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Bring your arms sideways and come back forward. And breathe. Connect to chair pose all the way down. Breathe in. Step back, jump back. Going through chaturanga. A nice cobra arch. Going back to a down facing dog. Release your right leg. And step forward Warrior One. Go ahead and find a little bit deeper plie before you open to your Warrior Two. And here we go ahead and stretch your front leg and go and bend it a little bit deeper. Breathe in and stretch. Breathe out, go deeper. And breathe in and stretch. And breathe out, go deeper. Breathing, bring your arms above your head. And breathe out, come back to Warrior Two position. And switch Chaturanga. Find a nice deep arch. Going to a down facing dog and release your left leg. And step forward, connecting to a Warrior One. Listen if you can push the back leg away. Push the floor away with your back leg. It helps to straighten that back knee. Open up to Warrior Two if you didn't. Breathe in, stretch your front leg and breathe out, go deeper. Breathe in and breathe out, go even deeper, bringing your pelvis closer to the ground. Keep your navel engaged, keep your mula bandha, your pelvic floor engaged. And last one, breathe in and breathe out. Find a spread between your legs. And coming back to a Chaturanga. Or a nice transition. If you feel like it's too much, you can skip the transition and just join us later on the floor. We're going to go ahead and find a nice stretch, placing your right heel next to your pubic bone. Lift up and go ahead and touch the shin or the toes of your left foot and bend down. Bow down. Feel free to find a nice stretch here. Make it nice and easy for your body. Feel free to open your right arm and open up that chest. You can keep your left arm on your shin. You can keep grabbing your toes, whatever feels good, and slowly walk forward, finding a nice stretch here, elongating our spine here with a gentle wave, and bring your wrists up, helping us stretch a little further before you just slowly roll all the way up and switch your legs, bringing the left heel to your pubic bone. Stretch that right leg, flex those toes and place your arm on your shin and bend gently. Feel free to interlace your fingers with your toes and find a nice stretch here. Maybe you can grab your toes with your left arm and open that chest and look to the ceiling. Or feel free to open your arm, open your chest, whatever feels good today. Find a deep breathing and slowly walk forward, elongating that spine, bringing your wrists away from the ground, helping you to stretch your spine, making it longer. And slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. And go ahead and place your weight on your left knee. Open your right leg to your side. And open your arms. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's just bend towards our right leg, finding a nice stretch. And we're going to keep moving through this transition and shift and place your left arm on the ground and find a nice position here. And come back. Go ahead and find a nice little stretch here and shift your weight. And you can keep your leg down on the ground or lift it parallel or higher from the floor. 2 more like that, bending down towards our leg, yeah, and finding a balance. If your knees are sensitive, go ahead and place something soft under it, or maybe even just bend your yoga mat and place it under. And find your way back. Simply shift, switch your knee, open the other leg to the side. Breathe in all the way up and find a nice bend, generous stretch. And shift your weight all the way down. Find a nice balance here. And bring yourself all the way back. Every time bending a little bit further, even if it's just 1/10 of an inch or even less than that. Just keep listening to your body. Go with your own pace, with your own rhythm. Breathe in and breathe out. Shift. Keep your navel strong. Keep your mula bandha engaged, pulling it up, lifting your pelvic floor all the way up. Last one. Shift your weight and bring yourself all the way up. And slowly find yourself sitting, opening up those knees and extending your arms to a child pose. Breathe calmly. Shift your weight on your arms, bring your knees closer to one another, and we're going to go ahead and thread the needle. Just place your arm in between. Allow yourself to rest on your right shoulder. And you can stay just here. If that feels too much, go ahead and place a yoga block under your shoulder. Or if you want a little bit more, go ahead and open that left arm. And maybe even have a half bind behind you. Unwind that bind, come back, a gentle twist, and open your chest before you go ahead and thread the needle on the other side. Feel free to stay here or use support of the block if needed, placing it under your shoulder. Finding a little bit more twist, opening that right arm towards the ceiling, or going for a half bind, opening your chest a little bit more. Keep breathing and unwind. Bring yourself back and finding a nice arch here. Releasing the tension. Go ahead and travel forward. Connect to your lotus position. And we're just going to have a little twist in our lower region. So place your right arm in front, left at the back. finding a gentle twist. Feel free to place your right arm on your knee to find a little deeper twist. Maybe look back and switch to the other side, placing your left arm in front of you and right at the back. And you can go ahead and stay just here, feeling your long spine, or help with your left arm a little further, looking behind you. Finding that range in your lower spine, and slowly unwind. Let's finish up with some head rolls, finding a juicy neck, letting go, and the other way, letting go. Find a straight spine. Breathe in and collect your energy. Bring it to your heart. Connect to the gratitude. Allow your mind to be grateful for having this body, for having this life, for having the time to practice. Let go. Namaste. Have a lovely day. I will see you next time.